But we begin, unfortunately, with the latest from San Jose, California, where 9 people now are dead after an employee opened fire at a light rail yard. Police say the shooter took his own life. According to authorities, the victims range in age from 29 to 63 years old. Law enforcement sources say the gunman was an employee of the Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority. Investigators say so far the motive is unclear. NBC News national correspondent Miguel Almaguer reports.
This is an active shooter.
The sound of steady gunfire ripped across this rail yard in Northern California, moments before an army of police officers arrived.
PD has multiple units, code 3.
Many, if not all, the victims believed to be co-workers. Officers followed the sounds of gunfire, cornering the suspect in a room.
They went into the building while the shots were still being fired and confronted the suspect.
And the suspect then took his own life?
Yes.
The chaos unfolding at 6:30 a.m. in San Jose, near the rail yard's maintenance and dispatch center. Even with the suspect down, the threat wasn't over. Police feared explosive devices may have been inside a nearby building. The bomb squad methodically working around the active crime scene to clear the area.
The bomb squad is pretty much activated, and they're searching every crevice of the whole building.
Just a few miles away, the gunman's home engulfed in flames, likely set on fire, police say, shortly before the mass shooting.
Miguel Almaguer reporting there. Let's go to the scene in San Jose. That's where we find MSNBC weekend anchor Lindsay Reiser. Lindsay, good morning. We know another victim died overnight. We learned the identity there. What more can you tell us about what we know since the shooting took place?
Yeah, Willie, definitely a sad morning beginning here to the day here in San Jose. As you mentioned, a 9th victim dying at the hospital overnight. And late last night, we learned the names and the ages of the victims. We are going to show you those now. And the ages range from 29 to 63, and all, some if not all, are VTA employees. And this took place, Willie, during shift change. So workers from the midnight shift and workers from the day shift were there at the same time. And the victims were taken to a local trauma center where, again, a 9th victim died overnight. We're still working to find out exactly how many people were hurt in this massacre. We know that the sheriff said the proximity of the sheriff's office likely saved lives. It's practically right across the street. And we're learning more about the shooter, 57-year-old Samuel Cassidy, a VTA employee. Neighbors call him standoffish. His ex-wife spoke to the Associated Press. They divorced in 2005, haven't spoken in 13 years, but she said he had a bad temper. And he did discuss wanting to kill people at work. She obviously never thought that he would follow through with it. We should mention, to add a little bit to Miguel's reporting there, at the same time, the shots fired calls were taking place yesterday morning around 6:34 in the morning. There was a call for a fire at the home belonging to Samuel Cassidy. And right now, investigators are working on these two investigations as though they are linked, looking at the possibility that that fire was set before he went to work. And you're looking at video right now of that house fire. Now, investigators inside that home found rounds of ammunition and gas cans, and the San Jose Police Department bomb squad was called to the scene as well. So at the VTA facility, they had bomb-sniffing dogs here as well. And one of the dogs, at least one of the dogs, picked up on at least one device. They sent in the bomb robot, and at this point, it is our understanding and belief that the device that was picked up on by the dog was not an explosive, so the building was given the all clear. Now, the sheriff is shedding a little bit more light on the chaos that unfolded here during the shooting. That when officers and San Jose police officers were the first on scene, when they arrived, the shooting was still taking place. There were still shots being fired, and those officers ran into the room and confronted the suspect. The suspect, Cassidy, shot himself.